Queendom family? You're tuned in to Black Queens Uncut. Grab your wine, your vape, or whatever you need to relax so we can get into this queen chat. I'm Anique Lovelace.
I'm Kiki Boom Boom.
And today we have a very special guest in order to talk about female orgasms. She is actress and comedian off of MTV, Fatimah.
Hello.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
I'm so glad that you're joining us today because this is a great topic. We've talked, like we just said, we've talked about this.
This is an important topic, actually.
This is definitely an important topic. And you know what? I'm about to get right into it because I need guys to know this. Because guys be like they be whipping their penis out ready, like, oh, like they doing something. Like they about to really change your life on one like setting. So according to, let me give y'all the statistics. Men, this is for my men because this is for penetration. Well, I guess you can have a strap on too, but I feel like a woman would know kind of what we like a little more with a strap on than a man knows what he's doing. Only 18.4% of women get an orgasm from vaginal sex alone. 18.4. Y'all ain't even hit the 20% mark. Y'all ain't hit 30%. Y'all ain't even close to the 50% mark. Not even close. Okay. So I need men to get it together thinking that whipping out their penis is the business, because majority of the time it's not a turn on because y'all ain't really doing nothing. Whether you got to fuck or not, because you know that's what they always say. Well, at least I got to fuck. Okay, but we talking about you badly. Okay, because these statistics ain't cute. Okay, so getting into it. Do y'all remember y'all's first orgasm?
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta give it to yourself first.
That part.
Yes. Well, that's the other statistic. I am reading it on pleasurebetter.com, and they have all the statistics from universities and stuff. If you go on here, Kiki will put the link in on our social media. But it says that 92 or 90% of women get a orgasm from masturbation.
Well, that's where you learn it, from what I know. You learn what it's supposed to be like from yourself first. I think I was fairly young when I was like, okay.
Well, they encourage women and little girls. They tell you should learn to start looking at your vagina at an early age. Start, pleasuring yourself, touching yourself down there. So that way, when you do get older, you can then voice to your partner what it is that you actually want. Because if you're doing it yourself, the kinks that you like, the left or the right may do it, up or down may do it. Right. And I know sometimes there's a lot of women who are scary and they don't even want to look at their own vaginas. And I'm like, ladies, you need to start looking at her, talking to her, and pleasuring yourself, because yes, sexually, a lot of men suck, but sometimes we have to start voicing what it is that we actually want.
Do they listen? Because there was one time recently, and I haven't had sex in over a year. So,
wow.
I know. The guy, literally, I was trying to kind of tell him what to do, and he was like, I got this. And I was just like,
well, he's trash. Some guys do listen and some don't. Because
a lot of guys will feel intimidated if you try to tell them.
Yeah.
Well, how do you do it? I'd be like,
well, it's not so much telling. This is what you can say if they're fucking mature enough. Because if they're immature enough, you shouldn't fuck them anymore after that.
Right.
If they're mature enough, you should be able to be like, listen, there's certain things that I like and there's certain things you like. I want you to tell me what you like, and I want to tell you what I like. And we can do it. We can either talk about it now or we can do it in the process. I've been with guys where they've told me what they like while I'm doing something. And I'm like, okay, cool. And there's times where I'm like, you know what? I actually like it this way. And they're like, all right, I got you. So it's all about communicating. I feel like when it comes to sex, we get so scary sometimes, and we don't want to like make the person mad sometimes. So you kind of like let them go. And I think that's why only 18% of women have had only vaginal orgasms, because you don't want to say like, I actually like it in this position, because you don't want to it's like over for that. We need to start doing what's best for us and what makes us feel good. So there are some men who will listen, but I think you have to set it up though. It's not like you need to do this X, Y, and Z. It's just said, hey babe, I like it if you just do this, and then you tell me what you like. I got you. Like it's a way you can set it up without being so damn bossy.
Well, I wasn't trying to be bossy. I was just kind of like, I was like, maybe a little to the left, or like, you know, I was trying to be cute about it because
he's trash. He's trash. Talking about I got this. You don't. That's why I'm telling you.
You don't. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
His ego jumped in a way, which is what a lot of men kind of have issues with ego-wise, like being told how to pleasure a woman from a woman. They feel like, who are you, bitch? I've been doing this. And all the other girls didn't step up and say anything. That's really the truth. Low key, you ain't been doing shit. All the other girls.
Yeah, low key, you ain't been doing shit. Because 18.4%.
That's really, Fatimah, you hit it on the head, because what happens is the women before us just were like, fuck it, I'm just going to get it over with. And I'm not going to say anything to him. And then you happen to be the one woman that's like, so. And he's like, I've been doing good. And you're like, actually, those women lied to you. Sorry, I had to be the person to rip that Band-Aid off.
Listen, it's a lot of men. There are grown men, successful grown men out here. Like I had a very good-looking chef I was dating, prestigious chef in LA.
By the way, y'all, Fatimah be having stories and they be real.
Yes.
I was dating this, like, he's amazing. He was sweet. He had all the, like, I was like, oh my God, like, I found him. Like, that doesn't happen in LA. He has a job. He's like nice. He can read past the 5th grade level. We're on to something, bitch. So we're like dating. It's great. He's like amazing, taking me all these extravagant dinners. Finally, we have sex, and it was, bitch, I was very confused, almost to the point where I just stood and looked at him for a minute.
Was it trash? Like trash?
So bad. I haven't had bad sex in a long time to where I needed to feel like I had to have a conversation. Like it ain't been that bad in a while. But it was really like hard to talk to him about it because, like I was saying before, he was very much like, I don't have this problem with other women. And he kind of made it seem like it was me.
Oh,
he was like, I don't have this issue with other women. The fact that you're like having trouble, you might want to look into that.
But what was it though? We get real transparent. This is Uncut. Was it bad dick or was it just?
It was.
He's a beater.
It was a, oh Jesus, what is this?
Because some men at 12 years old, they thought that shit was cute because they seen it in a porno. So they literally jackrabbit and they think that women get off on that. And it's like, sir.
Younger women like jackrabbit sex.
But that's why there's only 18.4% of women who
I did in my 20s. I'm not gonna hold y'all. In my 20s, I was like, yes.
Really? Really?
In my in my 20s, I had a diverse collection of different sex, but I've had someone who not only was he like kind of doing this, but he was hitting the spots for me.
Well, that's different.
That's what kind of blew my mind because I was like, damn, he's kind of like, and then like he made sure, I was like, damn.
No, this man was not hitting any spots. He would just the whole time I was like, you ever have sex and you thinking?
Yeah.
About shit that ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. You just like, I don't know what to tell him after this. Like he behind you and you like, this is stupid. Like I need to leave.
You're like, please get off of me.
Please, sir.
Oh my God. Well,
I had that too not too long ago. And I can't, you know how you move and they be like, stop moving. And I'm like, but it hurts. It ain't supposed to hurt.
You're literally like, I can't wait for this to be over with. But I just want to interrupt you ladies right quick because we don't need jackrabbits anymore. We don't need horrible sex because you know why? LaWand is here to help women service us the way we need to be serviced. So for those who don't know, LaWand is a woman-founded premium brand of personal vibrating massagers that bring unparalleled in quality to a notoriously sketchy industry. LaWand originated as one hell of a classic wand and now has become a fully line of best-in-class, heart-pounding, hair-raising toys Designed with pleasure in mind for all bodies, Lawan embraces champions intimacy for all with powerful, versatile pleasure tools that insist on bringing you to the next level. And I can personally say I have some of their products, and they are luxury. They're not just normal sex toys. They're luxury, beautiful looking sex toys, and they hit different spots: vaginal, anal beads, strap-ons for couples, and it's for everybody: men, women, non-binary, anyone who wants it for pleasure. Because no longer will we tolerate jackrabbiting sex.
No.
So we can do it. Fatimah, we talked about this earlier, pleasuring ourselves. So that way we can tell our partners.
It should start.
You do it with LaJuan.
I do feel like that is the way that it starts. But honestly, I don't think I remember my first orgasm. I know that I know that I actually was able to learn how to orgasm, and that was through this article in Cosmopolitan. I will never forget
Cosmo.
Cosmo be knowing, and I used to read Cosmo religiously. Like that was the magazine I loved. Cosmo, I had to always get the new Cosmo. I had a subscription, so it came in the mail for me every month. And I remember reading this article that talked about how you can learn how to always have an orgasm. And ever since then, I've always had an orgasm. Even if a guy just slides it in a little bit, I'm like, yes, I got this.
See, now that is when you get older, that is where the problem really comes in for certain men, because I've learned how to do that as well. Where most women eventually learn how to make ourselves be pleasured regardless.
Yeah.
You have a hookup with a guy and he's attractive and you think he's hot, but he's not really giving you mad good dick game. Just the thoughts that you're giving yourself, maybe how sexy you feel, you get off from that. Because I've had moments like that where I get off with certain guys, or they're not the best sex, but I know how to make it good for me.
Right.
Same.
And it's funny because even this same article says that 20% of women have orgasm just off of thinking about their favorite fantasy.
Yeah,
I've done that. I used to be able to mentally like orgasm. I was like, damn, I'm a G. I can do that shit.
To say that we orgasm more, have a higher percentage of orgasm just off of fantasy and not even off your dick, like that's a lot.
It's very rare. There are some men that I feel like get it. And from my experience, I find it that those men are fairly the older ones.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, men.
Like late 30s, going into your 40s, you've experienced enough to where you get it.
And you're willing to be open to listen, because they're, those men probably weren't the greatest in their 20s, but now that they're in their 30s and 40s, they're like, damn, okay, let me actually listen to the woman. Because some men have told me, like, I get off just making you, like, I get off getting you off. So when I see that you're getting off, that shit gets me hard, and then I go to work and I'm like, damn, that's beautiful. I'm like, that is so hot to me. So then now I'm turned on because the guy is actually like trying to, like, he's asking me questions. And when we're in the moment, I remember the guy who literally was like asking me as he was doing something, and I was like, oh God.
Oh, that's big.
God damn.
That's Jesus. Like, I love a man that knows the anatomy of a vagina and understands. You know what I mean, ladies? The man that knows all the hand tricks. He knows how to, like, those men, hey, teach the others. You know what I'm saying?
Please. The man who can use his penis and hand at the same time, but then also talking to you and asking. I'm like, bitch, I need to marry him. Who the fuck is this man?
Let me tell you, like, when, like, it's crazy to me because I'm like, okay, when you do get something like that, it's very far and few in between. The rest, you're like, come on now, you can do better. You can do better. And I'll even maybe give you another try. But
I'm not giving out any more tries anymore. I've done that. It's frustrating for me, bitch. I can't be out here like not coming and trying to talk to you. That get my anxiety up. Now I'm yelling, and I don't need to be yelling. I don't need to be like, look, say it.
That's very true. But the man who, I think those are the best. The man who says he wants you to come first, he wants you to be pleasured first. Those are the best. Those are top fives.
Those men are everything, and we need them to start holding classes Instead of like those,
Exactly.
instead of those stupid ass dating fake ass experts who tell women what to do, them motherfuckers need to hold classes and teach men how to have sex and how to please women.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right. Because if you
Thank you.
digmatize, you can have anybody you want.
Okay.
Listen, shit.
Let's talk about trash ass men with good sex.
Oh, toxic men with good
That's our
dick.
next episode.
Ooh, on the next episode. Toxic
Like,
men with good dick.
let me tell you, digmatizing is real. It's real because they have learned that secret ingredient to make sure that you come before they even try to do anything. You're like, oh, snap. Like, where'd you come from? You are such a fuck person. But
and I feel like nowadays that we do have sex toys and everything like that. I don't know how you guys feel, but they can be addicted to a point where you're getting too comfortable with those, and then you finally get a man and he can't even. You like, look, what's in my drawer is turning up. You need to do.
Listen,
or you'll say, hey, let's go ahead and get what's in my drawer. And
I had that thought.
Into the mix.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a thought when I was by myself with my Bob, my battery operated boyfriend. And when I was done, I remember I was like, damn, am I gonna ever be able to have sex with a man after this? Because this motherfucker right here, he does what he's supposed to do.
Like,
he does what needed to be done.
Exactly.
And don't get it twisted. I love the presence
feeling
of, like,
of a body.
A man. I'm anti-man, everyone who knows me, but I love men. So it's weird. It's different to have a body on top of you. And if you can find a man that does certain things, because I did have that thought. And then when I had sex with a man after that, I was like, okay, I'm fine.
Bye.
After the moment, because the one I have, I don't know if anyone's ever seen this episode of Sex in the City. It's an episode of Sex in the City where Samantha goes into the store and she's like, I want to return this massager, vibrator. And he's like, neck massager.
Yeah.
And when I remember watching that at like 12 or 13, and I was like, that's crazy. They now make vibrators that look like a back massager.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the one like I have. So I remember I was like, I feel bad for the human after this because this guy right here. And now you have the pink rose. Like there's a lot of things that's, you know, taking a woman's soul. And it's like if you're a man.
Not taking a woman's soul.
Not if you're a woman, but if you're a man.
Snatching it out. Do y'all, okay, so let me ask this. Do y'all come from oral?
Yes.
It depends if the guy knows what he's doing.
But how many times does the guy really know what he's doing down there?
I listen.
A lifetime.
Okay, I'm not a big I'm not a big I like receiving head, but it's not like a do or die thing for me. Like, cause I enjoy sex. I'm one of those people, like, if you can do foreplay without giving me head, great, let's just fuck. That's kind of who I am.
Yeah, me too.
But I've had some guys when literally I've gotten some of the best head and I've orgasmed where I forgot we were supposed to have sex after. And there's someone, God, I know he doesn't listen to this and I hope he doesn't, where I was so ashamed, I cried. That was a fucking shame. I cried and I never cry. He gave me the best fucking head of my life and I fucking cried. And I told her, I said, I'm not crying because of you. It's just that the orgasm you gave me. He's like, no, I know. I was like, sir.
Nah.
So for me,
I have never had that. I have not where I cried.
Nah, she's like, not where I cried.
Not where I've cried, but I have recently, and this was a younger guy. And he was actually the jackrabbit, but he gave great head.
Oh,
like the head was so good. I used to laugh, y'all. I used to be like, I can't stop laughing.
So goofy. Oh my God!
I picture you laughing at him while he down there. Like, are you
like?
At first, he didn't know how to take it because I was like, and then I was like, I'm not laughing because of you. Like, I was like, just keep going.
Whew. But that's
like,
again, it's not all the time.
He got used to it because I couldn't do nothing but just kind of like start off by laughing because it was so good. And and it wasn't messy. I don't know why guys think that our head has to be sloppy because it doesn't.
Because they like it like that. And
they like it sloppy, but our head doesn't have to be sloppy. You gotta really
far too much porn.
Too much porn.
Well, I think they think it like since they like it sloppy, we like it sloppy. You gotta really. It doesn't have to be sloppy. You just really have to focus on the clitoris. Like just really
and like Fatimah said, like down. Know the woman's vagina because we have the vulva. No, like there's things you can play. You don't just gotta hit the clit. You can hit a nerve on that vulva. Yeah. That shit's like what the. There's things that I think women we don't even know about our vaginas because there's things I'm still learning. You get the clit, but then you start to come down the lips, the vulva, and you get into it. And then when you start to get, it doesn't have to be nasty and sloppy. But I do have a tip. I just need men to just clean your nails.
Oh yeah.
Cut those down, please. That's gross.
How about all of that is important for an orgasm? Clean nails, landscaping. Because you can, ladies, if you really are in depth with sex, you can come from sucking a dick.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
There's a whole forest down there, all around. Men, you carrying on. You can't even focus on the cum.
Yes, or you try to spit it out like you try to spit out pube hairs.
You know. So I think male and
be clean.
Be clean.
Wash your balls. I think men don't understand that. They assume that women only have a smell. Men, your dick smells. So wash your dicks, wash your balls, trim, do the things you can do. And it's okay if you want to be a bear. I'm not saying that you have to be hairless because there's some women who actually like that. But I do think men always have this list of things that they want women to do down there. Okay, then shit. For us to get off.
Here's my list.
Okay?
Yeah.
But just
now a thing. They have it at Target, guys. They have ball deodorants. These things are all happening.
They got ball deodorant.
They have ball deodorant. I know this. I went to Target. I saw it. It's available.
Ball deodorant. I love
ball deodorant.
I love that journey for men.
It is, but it's there.
Okay, so
like as far as orgasms go, though, I feel like more women would be happier. So many, like all the drama they say that we bring. Bitches wouldn't be going off like that if you was doing your job.
Okay, right? Please.
We wouldn't be having short tempers in Target or Ulta or any of these places for coffee if we were getting done right.
You get up and leave you alone, like please.
Because when I take care of myself, I definitely go out and have a better
the mood. The mood is so different. Your mood changes when you take care of yourself. You're like
absolutely
okay. I'm feeling good today.
There's another way I feel like for women to get your man to see how to pleasure you. Pleasure yourself in front of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so hot.
Teach him. And that's hot. Like even if you want to use your vibrator in front of him, that shows him how to. This is a whole it's a mind. I've been. You got to mind trick these niggas into.
That's what I was going to ask. Is the orgasm a mental thing? Clearly, it is. If we can have an orgasm off of a sexual, like just seeing a sexual fantasy, this is a mind thing.
It's like it's a lot of porn. It's watching your own personal porn.
And I think women, we're blessed. We can have a mental orgasm. We can have vaginal penetration orgasm. We can have a clitoral orgasm. I think it's just so many things for women. And I just want men, if you are a man dealing with a woman, just to listen. If a woman's telling you, I like it this way, don't say, I got this. Because you don't. That's what I'm telling you.
And every woman
if you know how, would you say, go ahead.
Every woman is different.
Yes.
A lot of men think, all of us are the same. Now, has anybody experienced this? Let's just say, for example, you're dating and maybe you hook up with 2 different men, maybe within a month frame. Do you ever feel like these niggas got the same fuck pattern? You like, well, is there like like where'd y'all learn this? Everybody doing this, then smack right here, and then everybody grab like how? Like, how do we know each other?
Because they all watch the same porn video.
Thank you. Everyone's not the same.
They watch it because I watch it, so I know exactly what the fuck they're doing. I'm like, I know what you're doing because I just seen that video.
I know this video. You're gonna spit right here. You're gonna slap right here, and then
you're gonna tell me to get on top. You're gonna pull me down. You're gonna fucking jackrabbit. Then you're gonna. It's like, bitch, can you switch it up?
Loki, you like? So you watch that too, huh? That's
right. No, literally, in my mind, I'm like, oh, we do watch the same type of. Okay, we watch the same porn. Cool.
That was another thing too about the last guy I was messing with. Is he only wanted it missionary style, and I was like,
I'm
you're boring.
I'm awkward. I like missionary, but I'm so goofy. If you're looking at me, I start to smile, and I'm weird. I'm like, what do I want?
I love missionary, but we gotta switch it up too. I need to hit from a different side, then hit, then
side, the back,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I need to fill a couple of positions before I just come.
Like,
you know,
the one right here.
He's like, I'm good. He's like, this is it. This is how I get it off.
Where I come, so that's it.
I was like, you know what? I gotta stop messing with you because you don't care about me.
Yeah,
that's normally what it is. A lot of guys are just selfish, and some men just want to get their nut off. And then there are some men who are really attentive, who really want to get you off. And I think those men, and they be the fuck
boys. The fuck boys be knowing what they like.
You know, it's sad. It's very sad. I had a incredible sex partner that I was dating, but he was mentally unstable. I realized that, you know, you can't get a stable nigga to fuck you right after.
Girl! But you know what? They normally are mentally unstable.
It was so good to where I was like, I know what's going on here. God was like, I don't have the rest of his brain cells, but I got the rest of his dick for you.
God was like, I can only do so much here.
He said, I ain't got no brain cells for him, but I do.
But that dick, he's gonna get that thrusting, and you're gonna love it. But
it was like God ran out of parts. It was like he was like, all we got left is dick. He was
like, I choose dick.
He was like, I don't think I got enough to give him smarts and brain cells.
Wow, it's normally like that.
He was fucked up.
It's not. They're normally mentally unstable. And you're like, damn, do I keep fucking this person? Because it's
good. A whole year of mentally unstable nigga.
You will hang on. See, that's what they don't understand. When you are digmatized, you will hang on for some crazy ass shit. You'll be climbing in windows and like you'll be doing some crazy stuff.
Pages be on their page.
Girl,
I see what's going on.
Driving down people's streets.
Them multiple. They be the niggas too that want to give you multiple orgasms. And you be like,
they mad rude. You're like, sir, please. You know what you're doing, and you know this makes you weak in the knee.
When you wake up on 2 weeks later, being like, I swear it was Friday. You been sleep for 3 weeks,
or you lay down and you like, you know what? I'm done with you.
Can I ask you a question? Because I feel like this is what me and my girlfriend talk a lot about, speaking about sex. Do you guys ever find a point when you have sex with a guy and it's good and you're like, can we do it again? And they're like, girl, no. And I'm like, is something wrong with me? Am I sick?
No, some niggas be needing a reset.
They be needing a real.
And sometimes a reset turns into going to bed, and I'm like, hello. You said 15 minutes. It's been 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah, I be needing it at least. If we gonna fuck, I need it at least 2 or 3 times.
That's just all I'm asking, because that's probably the first time you didn't really get me off. You came, and that's great. But I'm still horny. I'd still like to go. So I feel like you should be open to doing it again, especially if you.
Let me tell you,
I met my match with that one time, and then you're gonna be the opposite person. You're gonna be like, nigga, what's wrong with you? They touched me as a kid, like it's too much. You like, I gotta go to work.
No, because I won't say that. I still feel like I still get off the first time, because there was even one time where I was just so horny. I was like, oh my gosh, it don't matter what goes in me right now. I'm so horny. And literally, this nigga couldn't get it up. I was just take it and stuff it in there. And I was like, that's all I needed.
Not just taking and stuff it in there.
It's the rolling it up for me and stuff.
Like, it's the taking
my God.
Like, just give it to me.
Just like roll that shit up and stuff it in there. You know how she was on Bad Moms, when she was like, I have to fold it to stuff it in. Oh my God. He was all like, I'm so nervous, I can't get it up. I was like, nigga, I am so horny right now that if you just don't stick
I know.
in, like,
poor guys. I feel like a lot of men have that now too, that whole like, what is it?
Erectile dysfunction.
Right? Say that again.
Erectile dysfunction?
Like nervous dick where they can't get it up, or drunk dick where they can't get it up.
Or coke dick. This is LA.
I'm about to say coke dick.
Oh yeah.
Now it depends on who you are, because listen, I dealt with a guy where I was like, wow, this nigga is a fucking machine, because nigga did drugs, drinking, and still going. You don't see that a lot.
Hold on, sometimes that happens too, where they do all that and then they just can't come.
Yeah. And you're fucking. And you're like, all right, I'm tapping out. It's time to go to bed.
Like, all right, baby, that's not.
Good job. You did a good job, boo boo. We try this again.
All right. Lay down, lay down. They're like, shh.
Go to sleep. Go ahead.
You know when they on that shit, they just, they turn like you done.
They turn. You're like, no, it's okay. We're tired. We're gonna go to bed. We're gonna try it again.
Baby. You sweating a lot. Just lay down.
Let me get on top.
Yeah. You go to sleep. You go to
hold
sleep.
a kitten.
Yeah.
You hold a kitten and you be like, no, stop running. Like that's how it is. No. Baby, like I dated this guy that did so much coke, and I didn't find out until he got older because it catch up with your ass. Some of them niggas can do drugs, and then they get fucked as they get older. Yeah, I had a threesome with a nigga that was on a whole bunch of cocaine, and it was two bitches looking at him like,
damn.
Like
crazy. Okay, so have you? Okay, so I feel like we've all explored this. Do you get better head or better sex from a woman than you do a man?
I think it's mental.
It's mental.
If you're not really into women like that, you're gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, because I know for me, my first like big orgasm came from a woman, and I was younger, but I know me. I love penetration. I love a nasty, sweaty man on top of me, sweating on me. I'd be like, I hate this nigga, but it's just something about penetration. And even when I had that mind-blowing orgasm, truly, where I was literally like, this is some fucking crazy shit. 10 minutes later, I was like, damn, I can definitely go for some penetration. I think it's just definitely a mental thing. Like, if you're not into women that much, or you're not into women at all, it's just not it's not a thing. And I think, and I know why that comes up because, they say women know what women want. I've dealt with women, and I know that, like, when I was with women, I was doing my thing, like how I would want it. I remember there was like a thought process one time when I was having sex with a girl, and I was like, okay, this is what like I want. And then like I did my thing, and she was like, wow, that was awesome. And I'm like, thanks. Wow, that was awesome. And I was like, and at the time I was dating a guy at the time, and I was like, thanks, that's exactly what I want from a guy. But so I think, and same thing with men and men. I think men know what men want, women know what women want. So, and if you're into that, it feels really great and good. But again, I had an amazing orgasm. Shout out to her. She was dope. But there's something about penetration for me where I'm like,
I think sex is a lot of mental stuff too. Especially for I believe for men and women. You have to,
I think it is too. But I feel like if you learn your body, you can orgasm every time. I orgasm every time. Like you can stick a finger in my shit and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm warming up. Like my first orgasm is a warm up. Like, okay, we got that one off the way.
I was gonna say, because in my 20s, I was very like, and now that I've gotten to know my body and explore my body more, now in my 30s, I'm like, bitch, you touch my shoulder. I'm like, oh yes, I'm done. Thank you. Oh, you want to have sex? Oh, okay. Like, I'm like, damn, am I hornier? What the fuck is happening?
Right. I feel like you have to like really, really, really get to know your body. And like you said, it's a mental thing. And it does come down to it because there are a lot of guys. Matter of fact, this is another question. Have y'all faked an orgasm?
So many?
Really? You faked it? I have a friend, she literally says that she does all the motions and everything when she's getting head because she don't like the head from the guy, but she does all the motions.
It's kind of you gotta hype them up. And sometimes I used to do this thing where it's like, okay, if I start moaning loudly, he'll get off because I got shit to do. So there are times where I have faked it. I'm like, you did that, you're doing that, and they get off, and I'm like, thank you so much. I gotta go. I ain't got time for that like hour sex shit. Fuck.
That was some nigga that obviously didn't get it the first couple for like 20 minutes in, maybe. Less than that, probably. I'm probably over exaggerating that, but like
you over exaggerating.
20 minutes in, how much time in if they haven't figured it out, or if you're not into it at that point, it's time to get theatrical, bitch.
Yeah. So I'll fake the movie. So as I'm older, I try to do this thing where I'm trying not to fake anymore because I think we have to start being more honest and more communicating.
Yeah.
So now that I'm older, I'm talking about 20-something-year-old Kiki. Older, no, because I'm gonna tell you what I don't like and what I do like. And I've been blessed enough to be with guys who are very open and receptive. And I've been with guys now in my 30s where they do the damn thing where I don't even have to fake shit anymore.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn, this is pretty good. But I have definitely faked it before because you're like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
I could have
You
did
know
this shit by
what?
myself.
Even
Yeah,
in my
right.
20s, I didn't fake it. There's been
Oh, you
times where I just
blessed.
be like, just get
Right.
off me. Like, this is, if you need to come, let's do what we need to do. Do I need to give you a hand job so that you can come? But
Help
I don't,
something.
I used to do most of my faking probably in my 20s.
Yeah, in my
I
20s
can
was
see
mostly
that.
faking. Yeah.
I wasn't even faking it then. I just be like, I'm
Well, you
good.
were blessed. You were
Now,
blessed.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Like,
Thank you.
I'll give you a hand job. You need to finish? Okay, I'll give you a hand job.
But yeah, in my 30s, I'm definitely not faking no more. I'm
Not
like, and
at
if I'm
all.
not feeling, I'm
Not at
telling
all.
you, this is what I like. And I tell guys too, like, be open with me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you like. Because I want us both to get each other off.
Yeah. Because we
Could
don't
you
need to
date
waste
a
a lot of time.
man? Could you date a man that doesn't give you orgasms?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, okay, orgasm is fun. I mean, if you can make me come, like,
Fatima
I'm not
started out with this one though, where she was talking about the
that.
chef.
I mean, it. I don't see it going that far.
Like making someone come or doing the like you're screaming orgasm, like if you can make me come, that's amazing. Because a lot of guys can't even do that. Me personally, I don't want an orgasm every time we fuck, and I mean by orgasm, I don't want the fucking shakes and the screaming, and it's uncomfortable. But
I
if you can
need
make
all
me
of
come,
that.
that's dope. Because I told you I cried. That's how uncomfortable I was. I was like, what the fuck is this? My body don't know this. But I think like for me, it's okay. I don't think it's not like a red flag. If we start dating and you're not like whatever, but I feel like if we can communicate with each other and I'm telling you things that I like and it's still not working, I don't think I'm gonna like dump you just because of that. It has to be something like severe, like you're either trash or like we just don't match dating wise. But
Yeah.
if you can get me off sexually, I'm what did they say? I'm sticking by him. That's my man, and I'm gonna
That's
stick
my
with him.
man.
But like I want to communicate that to you first. I don't want to be like, no, this was trash, and then like I dump you. I want to be able to be like, let me tell you what I like, and let's see if it works. And if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
I'm willing to put in the effort and put in the work.
Yeah,
But I'm not getting satisfied in a relationship in the ways that I need to be. At this age, I'm no longer being like, well,
I feel
I'm going to go ahead and find what I need to get. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I definitely agree with that. I may have one talk with you and and then we explore some stuff in the bedroom. But I don't think that this is gonna work if you can't make me come. Like,
you gotta yeah, that's gonna be horrible.
Because
that's horrible.
Yeah.
It's awkward. And then
like if I'm just having sex with you and I never have an orgasm, like
because if it was
like stupid rich, like are you saying like crazy rich where he like buying me cars, we on hella yachts, like he flying me places, then I guess I just get a vibrator.
You get a vibrator or a boyfriend on the side, the guard.
Like, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Right.
And you know, if it was the opposite way around, if we could make them come, they dump our asses. So
that's bad.
You can make these niggas come and they still running around doing
hello, shit. You give them the world sexually and they're still like, cool. I'm gonna go over here and fuck somebody else.
Yeah.
So I just feel like women, we need to just start like doing what's good for us and what feels good to our body. If you can't make a woman or that person come an orgasm, then we should be able to tell you and be like, it's not working.
Right. Because when I was in Atlanta, this is funny because I was like, I have to tell the story. And I be feeling like if people listen to this, I'm like, I'm talking about you. Anyway, I was on vacation or I was out of town. And I met this guy and like we, it was like a lit night. And so, we was kind of fooling around and I felt it because, dudes be real, they be real eager to just pull it out and think they doing something. And y'all know I ain't had it in over a year now. And so I was like, oh, I'm lit. Like, he's kissing me. This is about to be the shit. He whips it out and just something inside of me just felt like he didn't know. Like, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this, sir. I can't waste my year on this. Like,
Yeah.
at all. I just don't feel like whatever you're working with at this moment. Because I kept saying, well, it's gonna if it gets harder, is it gonna be bigger? I mean, it wasn't like, it was like average size, but I was like, is it, if it gets harder, is it gonna get bigger? Like, I just don't feel like I'm gonna waste my year on this.
Listen, you
like,
don't want to have one of those slippery, like slipping off type ass niggas. Like, you know, I'm talking
but
about.
like, you know, the way
Don't go all the way in. It's short in certain areas. So you
or
just
the preview, you know, they do the little, you know, even though that was in high school, we still do a little humping with clothes on. It's the preview. It's the preview before you get the panties off, because you in that midsection, my legs is already open. We know what it is.
right.
At this point. And so I'm like, yo, even this preview is not good. Like, I don't think I want to do this. Like, this is not going to be worth my year.
That could have been some mind-blowing sex. You never know.
I mean, it could have, but I feel like from the preview,
you gotta go with your gut, though. You gotta go with your gut.
Yes, I felt it. Every time I felt it, I was trying to get myself to go there too, because I kept feeling on it. And I was like, let me keep feeling on it. It's going, because I'm horny. Like, let's do this. And I was just like, I can't. Like, I just can't.
You're like, sir, you have a good night.
Have a great night. Like, I even got to the point where I just had a full-on conversation with him, because he was all like, oh, give me head. And I'm not the big person of giving head. Like, I'm a Scorpio, so I do get, like, I have that in my, you know, chart. So I do get freaky, okay? I like to get freaky. That's my thing. Like, yes, the nastier, the better. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm not the biggest person on giving head on people I don't know. If I just met you, like, at least with penetration, we can put on a condom. I feel a little more safe. I feel a little more, you know. But just giving you outright head, nigga, you ain't my man. I don't know you. Ain't
right.
That part.
But it's like, oh, just give me head. And I was just like, because I didn't want to do it so bad, y'all, I went into a conversation. I was like, what do I look like giving you head and we just met? Like, do you think that I just go around running around giving niggas head? And if I gave you head, don't you think I'd be sucking a whole bunch of other dicks? He was like, you know what? Now I feel different. I was like, thank God I got out of this one.
He was like, good night, ma'am.
Get that out. You're right.
Like, thank God I got out of this one, because let me tell you, Princess is not trying to be spared for anything else. I'm getting too old.
No, that's right.
I feel that. No.
But yeah, so that's the orgasms. I just feel like at the end of the day, you have to know your body, and like you said, it's a mind thing. Period.
It's mental, and I also think, you know, you gotta be comfortable with the person. Just like you were just saying, like, in order for you to really enjoy this experience, you have to feel like you can trust them. You have to feel really comfortable. Like, I feel like our generation, well, since coronavirus, there's no such thing as just hookup culture like that for any of us now.
Right.
If you want to have a spontaneous night and suck a little dick, you're like, oh, now you're thinking about it. You're like, well, this might not look good. But, you know, we just don't move like that anymore. So being comfortable with your partner is probably step one to an orgasm.
Yeah, I feel like, because
the more open you are.
Yes. Yeah. And that opens up the doors of how freaky you're gonna get too.
Yeah.
I think for me, being comfortable is how freaky how freaky I'll get. But I don't necessarily have to be totally comfortable. I could just be horny and just, but with him, something in my mind was just saying, this is gonna be a waste and it's not worth it. You know?
Yeah. Well, you can always tell from the what's that called? Foreplay,
yeah.
It's weird if whatever you guys are doing to get each other like charged up is not going well. Yeah, you could always tell from there, being like, he don't know.
The pregame, that's what I was saying. The pregame was just off, and I was just like, I don't think.
That's how you know.
All right, this ends our episode. We thank you.
This was so great.
I know. We thank you for joining us. We had so much fun.
For having me. Keep this going. I love the name of it. Black Queens is ideal.
Yes, Black Queens Uncut. That's what we're here for, to have these conversations with our Black queens and kings in order to be able to create community between us.
Yeah.
So let everybody know where they can find you.
You guys can always find me on social media. It's at Fatimah Taliah, which you can find at the bottom of the screen for everything. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. I would stay up on my Instagram for what shows or live performances I'm going to have. But I'm always out. I will be.
She's hilarious too, y'all. And I'll say that a lot, because I'm the type of person who comes to the show and be like, make me laugh.
Yes.
I'm that person.
And it's been such a great year for Black women in comedy. So I'll be everywhere. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. But thank you, ladies, for having me.
Yes. We are so excited to have you. And we're glad that you came on. Kiki, let them know where they can find you.
Yes, Fatimah, thank you so much for coming. You have to come back and hang out with us for part 2. You were just so much fun. You guys can slide into my DMs. And if you want to give me an orgasm, just type in at Kiki Boom Boom.
I hear that.
I'm here. On all socials.
Oh, that's right. If I want a real orgasm, I need to feel that body. Way I need that nasty. It's been over a year. I need that real nasty.
Period, girl. A year is a long time.
It's a long time.
Yes.
Somebody could get hurt.
Huh?
Okay, somebody
get hurt.
I know, right? Hello? But that's what I got my bob for. And having the luxurious bob turns it definitely does something different than having it.
I gotta get this website and go find this bob.
Yes, let me tell you, it's the life changer. Okay, and I travel with mine and everything.
I don't want to do with none of these niggas after that head case. I just think
right.
Some niggas can ruin your whole orgasm for life. You see a man and be like, pussy just close up. Like
right. Like we out here talking bad about y'all. Remember that. Y'all can find me at It's Monique Loveless. Drop in my DM if you do got good dick, but you gotta know that for real. It just ain't been a one.
Drop me a Cash App, a Venmo.
Okay.
Don't come in my DMs with the shenanigans. My Cash App is also Fatimah Taliah.
Right.
I know that's right.
That's right. And you can find us on all social media platforms at Queens Uncut and our YouTube channel at Black Queens Uncut. Also, you can visit our website at www.blackqueensuncut.com. And we drop a new episode every Wednesday. So make sure you catch up on all of our last seasons and our season 1 and 2 and this past season 3. And put it on notifications so that you can be updated for the new episodes that are dropping every Wednesday. Okay. So we love you, Queen and family. Thank you for joining us, Fatimah. And bye.
All right. Thank you for having me. Have a good weekend, guys.